All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use my favorite tool, SEMrush. If you have the ability to have a paid way to do this versus a manual way to do this, I'm going to show you how to use my tool to store and track your own keywords, goal keywords you want to rank for on the search engines, or keywords you're already ranking for on the search engines and you want to track the movement. SEMrush has the ability already when you type in your domain name to pull up all the keywords that you rank for. It also has a competition analysis where you can put in several of your competitors and monitor how you guys are doing over each other. But there's another really cool thing, and that's in your projects, which is over here on the left where it says projects. You go in, add a new project, put in your domain, and once you have your project in there, you're actually able to do all kinds of things from pull SEO, health reports, monitor your pay-per-click, brand management, like brand mentions, social media, how you're doing on social media, get SEO ideas. There's all kinds of things you can do once you go in and set up your project, okay? Now, SEMrush, there's a free version and paid versions, and I don't know which has which, to be honest with you, because I have a paid version. To get this tool, head on over to loristools.com. All of my favorite tools that I use every single day and my team uses at my marketing company every single day, you're going to be able to find over at loristools.com. So once you head on over to loristools.com, what you're going to be able to do is scroll down and see all of my favorite tools that I use. Go down here and find SEMrush. This is the one we're going to use today. And click on that and go ahead and set up your free trial. And then you can decide if it's something that you want to pay for and use in the long term, or if you know how the trial worked out, okay? Looking up keywords manually is super simple. If you go over to your, go over to Google and you were to type something in like, let's just say we're going to do Denver homes for sale. And we're using real estate as an example today because I happen to have a real estate team that serves Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas under Lori Ballen team at Keller Williams. So this is a great example for us. So if you go over to Denver homes for sale, you would be able to manually go through and look at all the websites. Okay, you can look at search terms that people are using. I have a little plugin. What is my plugin called? Oh gosh, I'm going to have to add it after I make the video. Keywords Anywhere, Keywords Everywhere. It's one of those. It's a Chrome extension. And that Chrome extension adds the search volume and the average cost per click data here. You won't see this unless you're on Chrome and you install that, that plugin. Keywords Everywhere, I think it's called. Anyway, so you can do a lot of this manually. You can go start a spreadsheet and you can just start logging the keywords that you want to use. You can also use Google Keyword Planner, which is free if you have an AdWords account. And you can start looking up which keywords you'd like to rank for. But this tool is really cool because what I'm able to do is I can go in and put in any website address of a competitor. And I can look at how much traffic they're getting from what keywords. Now, let's say you don't know who your top competitor is online. You might assume. You could go over here and look here, and you're going to scroll down. These ads don't count because those are pay-per-click. And then you're going to see Zillow and Realtor.com and Trulia and Redfin and Homes.com. And you might or might not see a local agent on page 1. So you might have to go to page 2 or page 3. Or you can go for the long tail keyword, Denver homes for sale, with a pool, with mountain views, something like that, and look at who the locals are that are ranking and start there. But in my experience, I have found that the smartest, not the smartest, what's the word I'm looking for? The real savvy real estate agents have figured out that zip code map in so many markets is an incredible way to get website traffic. And so I tend to start my research there when I'm going to go look into a new market. So let's look at Denver zip code map. What I would do is I would pull that up and I would scroll down here and I would look at who is ranking for that term. Zipmap.net, that's not a real estate agent. So I'm going to keep scrolling down until I find what looks like a real estate agent. That's probably local Colorado. There's one. All right, Krista, whoever you are, we're going to use you as an example. So I'm going to go ahead and open her, her domain name. And what's going to happen is SEMrush is going to show me how much organic traffic she's getting every day, how much paid traffic she's getting, how many backlinks she has. Okay, so she's doing great ranking for that term. She has 139 top organic keywords. There's a lot more that could be done here, but she's achieved something significantly by landing on page 1 for the zip code map. So then I might go down here and look at some of the competition here. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Krista's doing way better than that. I have the full domain name up here by mistake. That's just for that page. Let's look at her main domain. I thought so. I thought I had looked at this. There we go. Now we're talking. Much better. All right. So she's got 2,331 organic keywords that she's ranking for. Okay. Now we scroll down here and there's this cool list of organic competitors. And over to the right side, you can see on this little graph how they all compare. Now, looking at this at first glance, it's telling me Krista's right here. She and this Denver home value are really close to each other. These 3 are behind her. And these are competitors based on the search that I did on the zip code map. So depending on if I'm typing in homes for sale or real estate or whatever, I might get some different results here. You'll start to see the same like top 5 ones over and over again, though, once you get the hang of this. So this guy here is ranking much higher. So let's look at him for a second. So if I were Krista, I would be gunning for Larry. Okay, this is a great example actually, because Larry's getting more traffic than her. So if I were Krista, I would want to go look at Larry's website and his list of keywords and find out where I can steal some of that traffic. You know, by earning in through, not literally steal, but like I'm going to go earn in. I'm going to create some good stuff, and naturally Google's going to reward me, and my rankings are going to move up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and look at, now look at Larry's chart. Oh, here we go. Now look, so this Urban Insider is beating Larry. DenverRealEstate.com is beating Larry. Live Urban. So I could now say, you know what? I'm going to go look at those 2. But let's just start with Larry for now. I'm generally going to pull my top 5. I'm going to look for the 5 top competitors I want to beat. Okay. So let's go ahead and view this full report and look at Larry's keywords. Sorry, Larry, putting you on example here. Larry's doing a good job. All right. So what we're going to look at, whoops, I pulled the wrong report. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me go back. I want keywords. There we go. Top organic keywords. Now, here's what you need to know about the competitors, you guys. The top competitor is not who has the most keywords ranking. It's the one who has the most organic website traffic. Not keywords, organic website traffic. So if you look at my market, I'm number 1 for sure, based on keywords, but not based on traffic. I spin around with 5, there's 5 of us. I'm generally top 3 besides Zillow, Realtor.com, of course. Long tails, we beat them, but not for the head terms. But you got to really watch the traffic, because you could have a ton of keywords that aren't nobody's searching, that aren't really bringing you a whole bunch of stuff, so they don't matter. So if you just compared everybody's keywords and you started ranking for those keywords, but there's no traffic that comes from them, it wouldn't be beneficial. You want to make sure that you're looking at the website traffic. Okay, so that's how these little graphs here sort. So if you look here, this guy's getting 20,000. Almost 21,000 web visits. This one's getting 6.1. This one's getting 7.5. And remember, Larry was over here at 2.6. Okay. So this Live Urban's a great one. I'm just gonna click on that so we can have that one next. All right. So if I'm really aggressive, which I am, I'm loving this Live Urban Denver one right now for my reports. 7,973 organic ranking keywords, and has really been climbing here since about 2011, and has 7.5 thousand visits a day on his website. And here's his top organic ranking keywords. Let's look at his view full report as well. All right. In fact, let's just do this one since I'm here. All right. So here's what I do. Whenever I'm doing an SEO audit, or I'm talking to a potential client for my marketing company about where they might want to start working to get into their market, there's going to be a couple things I'm going to look at. And the first one's going to be their competition. and how much earned in traffic is coming to their competition for which keywords. And then I'm going to determine whether or not I believe that keyword is something that we can overtake, or do we want to go after some of those smaller sections first and work our way up to the bigger stuff, which is typically the way you do it when you're talking about a new website. You're going to go in with more long tail keywords, you know, those 4, 5, 6 keywords strung together, like homes for sale with a view in Denver, Colorado, homes for sale with a view in such and such zip code. 3-bedroom homes for sale in Denver, Colorado. 3-bedroom homes for sale near such and such school. We're gonna go build all of those website pages first, put in an IDX widget, and we're gonna work to rank for those long tail keyword phrases. But after that's done, we're gonna be looking at this going, okay, what's next? What's next? All right, so the first thing I see here is that this particular website is doing a really good job with Denver neighborhoods. Now, they're only number 3. I want to see who's number 1. So I'm going to go over here and go to Denver neighborhoods. Okay, so denver.org is number 1. That makes sense. This Thrillist, which is not a real estate, and then them. So they're doing a fantastic job. Okay, so let me go back there. Oh, and this is, I meant to show you, this is the website here, example. This is my website. So you can see here I have homes for sale with pools, horse-owned properties, and then I have listings, and then down here, after reviews, we have all these neighborhood pages. So you're going to build out community pages called, you know, Aliante Homes for Sale, Anthem Homes for Sale, Cadence, whatever your neighborhoods are called, and then all of your zip codes. So these are just kind of standards, but you're going to see these pop up in this keyword report probably. So I wanted to show you that. So you're going to build out homes for sale in Las Vegas, or in your case, wherever you are, under 100, under 200, under 300. Then you're going to build all the feature pages. I have tons and tons of training on that out there already that shows you how to do that. If you go to my YouTube channel and just look up any of the IDX or community pages keywords, I also have a complete training system. You could learn how to do all of this by going to theballenmethod.com. Ballen is my last name, B-A-L-L-E-N, theballenmethod.com. So lots and lots of training on all that, okay? Then we're going to go here, and we're going to look this up. So Denver neighborhoods. Okay, now here's what we need to look at. He ranks average number 3. That does not mean every time. Depending on location, depending on mobile device versus desktop, this can fluctuate. But you'll see if you're running this report on your own website, once you kind of find some stability, it doesn't move a whole lot unless you're purposely doing something to make it move, or you have a new competitor that's bumping you somehow. So you'll start to see your top ranking keywords kind of run consistently after a while. So Denver keywords, this guy's cleaning up. There's a monthly search volume of 3,600 searches a month for the term Denver neighborhoods. So that's a good high volume keyword for him. He's going to get a lot of traffic from that, okay? Now this next column is the keyword difficulty. So how hard would it be to compete? Now this is what I look at if I'm consulting with a client and she says to me, I want to rank number 1 for Denver keywords. I'm pulling all those competitors and I'm looking at what that keyword difficulty is to see how likely it is that we're going to be able to overtake one of those spots, okay? There's always a possibility. It's just going to depend on so many factors. You know, your search engine visibility and your trust and authority already with Google, or are you new, just trying to create a footprint there and get noticed? You know, your backlinks, which create a certain level of trust and authority. You know, the age of the domain, just how long have you been around in the eyes of Google? What is the content like? How many pages do you have that are ranking already or generating any traffic? How much web traffic are you already getting? You know, there's the user experience. How many, you know, how long are people staying on your site? Are they coming on and clicking around? Are they bouncing off? You know, are they clicking and engaging and sticking around for a while? Those are all things that are going to make a significant difference. If you're brand new, you've got no search engine visibility, you're just getting started, going after one of these top keywords may not be the best place to start. You might want to start with a lower barrier of entry and actually start getting something that it's ranking, those long tail keywords, and then start building up towards these higher goals. But if you're like me and you've already been around for a while and you're already ranking, you're going after these reports now, okay? You want to fill in your gaps and start taking on some of your competition, knocking them out of the way. So Denver neighborhood. So this is the average cost per click. So it's also a high value keyword. So not only does it have high volume, it has a high value. People are spending a lot of money to bid on that keyword, which means it has value. They find it valuable or they wouldn't be spending that much money, okay? So now look at this. This is the web page. So if you wanted to look at which page he has that's all about Denver neighborhoods so that you get an idea of what you want to put on that page, there you go. He's done a lot of things really well here. He, she, they, whatever. So you can kind of look at that and go, okay, this is what I need to build. I need to build, I need to make sure there's a neighborhood map on there. I need to make sure all the neighborhoods are listed and that there's links to these pages people can search, that type of thing. Don't copy and paste anybody's data. Just get inspiration from it, get ideas from it, okay? Now look at this. Out of all of his ranking keywords there, all of their ranking keywords, they have 7,973 tracked ranking keywords on Google. Okay, these are the 7,973. Out of those, out of the 100% of the traffic that comes from the 7,973 keywords, 4% of all of their traffic is coming from this one keyword, Denver neighborhoods. That's massive. That's a huge amount. Okay. So if this particular website lost these top 10 keywords, they'd be in a lot of trouble. But they're not gonna. They're doing just fine. But that's kind of gives you an idea. Now, if they were to spending their way to earning in, 16.61% of all their costs would be going to this one keyword phrase. That's how valuable this traffic is. Okay. And then what's interesting is it's very low competitive density on the pay-per-click market. So it's not that there's a lot of advertisers bidding on Denver neighborhoods, but the ones that are bidding on it are bidding high. So, it could be a handful of people that are outbidding each other that have realized the quality of that. Now, if I was managing your pay-per-click, which my company ballenbrands.com does, I would be looking at this as a potential keyword. And even if we didn't go after Denver neighborhoods at $5.21 a click or $5.75 a click, I would be building out all the Denver neighborhoods that people are going to Google, or using some long tails around that Denver neighborhoods, gated Denver neighborhoods in the east, west, north, south, or however Denver is made up of, and going for some of those long tails, because clearly there's a lot of benefit there. And his second one is Denver neighborhood map. So, gosh, you know what I got to tell you? I'm really surprised that they don't have zip codes in here as well as they're doing. If I were talking to liveurbandenver.com, I'd tell them to go steal all that zip code traffic too, because there's some of that too. Even if Denver isn't known by zip codes, even if you have 2 zip codes, you could put a zip code map up there and take some of that data. Okay. Now here's what's interesting. His third one here, Platt Park, Denver, #1 position. 590 volume is fantastic. I mean, I get a bunch from ones that have 70 search volume. So when you're up here, in the hundreds to the thousands and are generating traffic from, it's fantastic. So Platt Park, Denver, keyword difficulty 73%. It's got a $3.70 cost per click, so very valuable. And almost 4% of his traffic is coming from that one community page. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so there's an example of what he did, what he's doing well. This is exactly what I teach. You have a description about the neighborhood. You have, some market data. You might have some pictures of the neighborhood. What's nearby? what are the typical homes? What years were they built? What floor plans are available? And then you're gonna put in an IDX widget for that page. This is exactly how you build out a website that ranks well in the search engines, okay? And so anyway, then what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to this advanced filter. And you're going to say change this down to traffic percent that is greater than, and let's just start with greater than 0.20%. Remember, he's up here at 4%. Let's go 25 because this guy's got a lot of keywords. So let's click apply. What I kind of want to do is pull like the top 100 keywords from each of the competitive websites. Or you can pull all of his that are generating anything over, over 0.10 and just go look at all of these first. But this, if I'm going to pull like my top 5 competitors, because there might be some in my market that this guy's killing it on condos. This one's ranking really high for luxury. This one's over here killing it on neighborhoods. This one's on zip codes. So I'm going to kind of pull the top 100 keywords of my 5 top competitors so that I can kind of get a really good sample size of what they're all ranking for. And then I can drill down even farther. Okay, so this is perfect. So we've got 80. So if you wanted to get a couple more, let's change that to 0.20. We'll just lower that a little bit. So any of his keywords that are generating more than 0.20%, there we go, 92 organic results. Okay, so take a look at him. You can see him here, Lowell, Denver, Uptown, Denver, the Highlands, Denver. So are you seeing a theme here? Denver area map, Green Valley Ranch, Denver. This guy's killing it on community pages. Exactly what I teach, all the neighborhood pages. Whatever your area is made up of, if people refer to it as the other side of the river, or such and such to the train, or zip codes, or areas around a school, those are your neighborhoods. If you don't have neighborhoods that are called a particular name, Denver's just like Vegas. We have the same type of things, right? They have areas that are known, but then they have very specific neighborhoods. And we have master plan communities, we have areas of town, and then we have our little subdivisions. So I completely can relate to this one. I love this. This is fantastic. And so then what you do is once you have these, you click export and go ahead and export all to an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, see where it says keyword, position, previous, get rid of that. Just delete that row. Then select all of the first column, column A, and hit copy. Okay, now you go down here to projects and you set up a project. So let's just say in my case, I'm going to do Ballen Vegas. Then you go down to your position tracking and you're going to set up keywords that you want to track. Okay, so you go down here and you put in what keywords you want to track, and it'll show you your domain and it'll show you whatever competition you want to set up in here to track how you're doing it. You're also well, let's show you how to put in the keywords first. So go down here to add keywords and just paste them into that column like that. And then you'll hit save. And then they'll become part of here and they'll start tracking. And once they start tracking, you're going to be able to see the search data, the search volume, how many people are searching for that keyword phrase. Over here, the cost per click value of that keyword, and the total volume, search volume, and then it'll show you the difference. Like in this particular example for this street address for a listing, I went up 2 spots. For gated communities, I went down 1. Okay, and so these are here's one, homes for sale in Las Vegas. I went up 64 positions. Holy schmoly, Batman! That's incredible, and I know how I did that, but I'm not going to get into that today. We'll say that. Here's another one. I moved up 31 positions. What I did is I actually created a new website. These are my marketing company, ballenbrands.com, builds real estate agent websites. And I built a new website, and it's got these really cool components, and that's moving my rankings up.